Hey, yo, yo, yo. What up, everybody? Beautiful people. Hello. Welcome again to another episode of Ta1k podcast. And on this podcast, we spell talk with a 1 instead of an L because on this podcast, we always keep it 100. All right, let's get into it today. Very special guest, as y'all can see. My gay. My gay.
Wait.
Already messed
You
up.
try to set me up?
Nah. My guy. I'm fucking with him. This is my guy. All right. My dude, my guy, my buddy, everything, dog. My guy Devo, aka Woke Dev. How you doing today, my brother?
Great, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to say shout out to my dog, bro. He been working hard. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all see the consistency. My nigga going crazy, bro. It's only a matter of time. So whoever's watching this right now, bro, I'm glad you here before this whole podcast take off. Because y'all can say that y'all was OGs and stuff like that. So shout out to my boy Zay. And yeah, my name Woke Dev, bro. You know, that's my name online. Call me Devo for short or whatever. But I talk about consciousness, helping people out mentally, spiritually. I'm like a life coach pretty much. So that's what I do. I talk about what not to eat, you know, how to protect your health mentally, spiritually, and all that. So yeah, that's me, man. Check me out on Instagram at WokeDev444.
WokeDev444. Go check him out. Instagram, TikTok. Which one are you more probably big on?
I'm bigger on TikTok as far as followers, but I feel like Instagram is way more where I'm the most at, and it has the most engagement, if that makes sense.
Most activity going on
So
Instagram?
really, y'all, you can go on TikTok. You can go anywhere. Just type in Woke Dev, you're going to see me. You know what I'm saying? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all that. YouTube, all that.
For sure. So, speaking of, I remember when we first met back where we worked at, I remember when you was big on TikTok already or becoming big on TikTok, but you said I wanted to start the Instagram thing. And I remember when you literally you started it, you had like 30,000 followers when I met you. And now you up to what, like 190, 150, 200?
I hit 200K in like a couple, I promise in a week, I'm at 200K. But yeah, I'm at 190K right now.
Damn, man. I can't believe that shit came crazy, like crazy fast. But speaking of doing all that, man, what inspired you to be what you are known as Woke Dev right now?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's more of like a freedom thing. Like, I feel like the only way you can live in an abundant, free life is if you become your own boss. And I learned that at a young age, especially working at Tesla and stuff like that. Like, it's one of them things where I just realized these are other people's dreams for real. So if you have your own product or your own brand, you could turn that up and create your own lane so that you don't have to work for nobody else. And I think I just fell in love with like the whole aspect of like being your own boss, not having to listen to nobody, not having to be told when to go to break and go to lunch. You got to go somewhere you hate every single day. That shit can drain your soul and spirit. And on top of that, you can never get time back. That's a valuable resource you can never get back. So if you spend 12, 15 hours a day at a job that you hate every single day and 10 years goes by, bro, you just spent 10 years of your life doing something you didn't want to do. So me becoming a social media influencer and doing what I do, even my content, I talk about this stuff. It's like my content is about this. So my mission is to really just help people and I really want people to just wake up to who you truly are. You know what I'm saying? That you're powerful. Like, you can do whatever you want to do in life, and I got to be the example to show that you can do what you want to do in life. And not on some cocky stuff. It's just we are all powerful. You can do anything you put your mind to for real. And me getting successful, you know what I'm saying, grinding so hard, even seeing Zay. When I first met Zay, he was not doing this. This was not a thing. So just every time I get around people, bro, I just want to elevate, you know what I'm saying? Elevate them and turn everybody up. So that's what really inspired me, bro. I realized I got to do it for myself. I can't just tell somebody to do it, and I'm not doing it for myself. Sure. So I had to do it for myself first, and also, of course, the freedom that comes with that is beautiful.
For sure, bro. I'll be honest with you, especially when I met you too, was I saw what you was doing already, and you was just at the very beginning. Like, you were still now just starting, but you was at the very beginning. And when I met you that time, I was just looking like, man, like look at that. Like, just got to stay consistent. Because I remember you was always doing something. Like, just doing, I was like, always, like, every time I see you, I'm like, Dad, what you doing? I'm like, I edited a video. Another one, like, I swear you just did another one like 10 minutes ago. What are you talking about? And, like, that consistency that's what a lot of people kind of lack. And that's what I was kind of lacking a little bit. But, like I said, me and you, man, I started taking off from there. Because you got to be consistent. A lot of people, I love doing my lives. Because when I do my lives, I only see like maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 people, sometimes 5 if it's in a good night, and that's consistent 5. But I'm looking like, you know what, I'm talking to them 5 people, one person, like, you know, it's gonna be a day. I look back, I remember only having one. Now I got 100, or now I got 1,000. Now I got 100,000 watching just for 30 seconds of a live, just to see what I'm doing. And so, yeah, man, that consistency is what's crazy. And yeah, man, keep going with that.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And also, I gotta say this, like, it's really important to fall in love with the journey, bro, because this shit is not easy. You could probably attest to that, bro. This is work, bro, and it just takes a certain type of mentality to get through all the tough. That's why not a lot of people are doing this or are successful or are going their own lane, because it's hard, bro. I'm just being honest. If you want a freedom lifestyle, or you want to be abundant, it's gonna take some work. But the key to getting past that hurdle of starting, like, it's gonna take so long, I don't even know how to edit, I don't even know how to, bro, fall in love with the journey, because you're gonna evolve. Your mind is gonna literally evolve, and you're gonna become a person that you didn't even think could be possible, because now you're putting yourself in these uncomfortable positions to have to learn. In order to become successful on content creation, podcast, music, whatever you want to do, you have to master it, and that's gonna take a different level. You're reprogramming the neurons. It's called the
neurons?
No, it's called the pathways. It's fuck it. You got to reprogram your mind, twin. You got to reprogram your mind to get what you want. And if you reprogram your mind, you're gonna really go to a whole nother level. That, bro, real story, true shit. Before I quit Tesla, the reason why I quit Tesla, when I knew that quitting and that's the last 9 to 5 I used to work at with bro. I realized the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a new outcome. Albert Einstein said that. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a new outcome is insane. And it's true. If you're on a hamster wheel, you can't expect to go this way if you're going in circles. Mm-hmm. So I realized that you have to literally put yourself in these uncomfortable positions. Start a podcast. Like, do things that's uncomfortable. Like, put yourself out there and not care. Don't give a fuck about nobody thinks about you, bro. Mm-hmm. That's important. Stop caring. You care too much. And everybody's a critic. If you successful, they're going to talk about you. If you're not successful, you're a bum, they're going to talk about you.
Regardless. So
you might as well just turn up and be the best version of you. And they still gonna talk about you regardless, bro. And that's all I say.
Bro, straight up, that's what I say all the time. As far as, bro, people gonna talk about you regardless. So why not just do what you want to do and let them talk about you? But hell yeah, man. Welcome to the show, Devo. I appreciate you, brother. I know you still got a lot of. I'm taking time out your busy schedule, but
this is a part of the schedule, bro.
It is, and I appreciate you, brother. But yeah, getting on to the episode today. Main topic for today is mental health, and a lot goes in with mental health. A lot of people suffer from mental health. I mean, I'll be honest. It's times to where I suffer through on my own mental health myself, of like overthinking or overstimulating in some things, overdoing myself. You know what I'm saying? Even going to a job all the time, like, you know, you got to be mentally healthy to go to a job, come home, deal with a family. Every day is not going to be a good day, either at home or at work. And you got to learn how to kind of cope with that. And it's kind of hard for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so let me get first of all, let me get your stance on mental health. Like, we both know it's important, but what do you like? Do you see a lot of people suffer from it? Do you kind of suffer from it, or like what do you feel about mental health?
Yeah, bro, that's a very important topic, because we all go through it, bro. We're all human. Like, I don't care how much money you got or how successful you are, you're gonna have some type of mental like evaluation, because we all go through different emotions every single day. And on top of that, you could be living good, but then something else happens externally that ruins your entire day or your mood and can throw off your whole entire energy. So I feel like the best way for me to deal with mental health is to focus on what you can control, because a lot of us, we attach to things that we can't even control for real. And that's why you're so upset, because things keep happening, but you're attaching your emotions to things that's bound to change. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Whether that's people, circumstances, jobs, or whatever. We allow these external things to ruin our mental state, when we can't control nobody but ourselves. So once I learned that, bro, being heartbroken several times, bad friends, bad situations, I just learned that, yes, there are good people out there for sure, but it's really dangerous to attach yourselves to external things. I done seen people lose things, and it literally messes up their entire everything. Like, depression over losing a car, depression over losing a game. Nigga broke his game, now he's upset. Like, those are all external things that are bound to change and break. So you might as well not even attach your emotions to that, because you're going to end up hurting the end. focus on the things you can't control, which is yourself. And when you can control your own emotions, your own mind, then now you have full control and power over what alters your mood. So when I learned that, I started doing more inner work. I stopped focusing so much on external validation and external things and started really going within myself and figuring out, okay, if I can control my mind, then nobody can really fuck up my mindset. If I can control who I give my attention and love to, that can control me not getting heartbroken type shit. So these is practices, meditation too, for sure, because meditation makes you still and puts you in the present moment, and it allows you to really focus on what's here. You're not thinking about the past. You're not thinking about the future. You're not attached to nothing. You just in the present moment. So meditation really helps with that a lot. But long story short, bro, just don't attach to external things, because that's bound to change and hurt you in the end, because you can't predict it or control it. You can only control yourself. So learn yourself and master yourself.
Master yourself is probably the key preaching word that we got to keep saying, because that's really where mental health goes starting to fall apart. Is where you really, to be honest, when you stop thinking about yourself and you start caring for other people, and like you'd rather see other people very happy than you know yourself, and you forget about that a lot of times. And so dude, I mean, that's what starts mental health, in my opinion. And mental health is something that it's hard to cope with a lot of people. I know for me personally, people call me a Scrooge, a hard ass, because mental health does fuck with me sometimes, but I'm still one of the people that's like, all right, whatever, life happens, get over it. And not everybody can take that like that, you know what I'm saying? And when people come to me for problems, they're like, hey man, this and that, I'm just like fuck it, what are you tripping for? Instead of actually trying to cope. And I've learned, especially having kids nowadays, doing therapy sessions a couple of times, I've learned that sometimes I need to know that, not everybody can go through the same shit that I go through. And somebody's going through some different type of shit that if it was me, I'd be able to handle it easy, but they can't handle it easy. Right. You know what I mean? Even younger or older. And I know a lot of younger people are exposed early to the world. Like my 5-year-old daughter gets on YouTube and is exposed to a lot of things in the world that can make her have mental health issues early, can traumatize her early. You know what I mean? And
talk about transmuting energy as well, because that's the best way to deal with things like that externally.
Can you tell me that definition?
Transmuting energy means you take something, you're able to change it to whatever the outcome you want out of it. So for example, everything's about perception. So when you go through tough times and things like that, that just makes it that much easier to help somebody else going through it. If you go through something tough that I didn't go through and you get past it, you can help anybody else going through that thing that I can't help them with, because you know what depression feels like. You know what suicidal thoughts feel like. You know what those things feel like because you've been through it and you healed past it. So now you can help so many other people with the same things because you have the experience and you know exactly how to make it through it. So that's called transmitting energy, how you see it. At the end of it, you could be like, bro, why did I have to go through that shit, bro? Bro, that was terrible. Why me? Or you can be like, you know what, bro? I'm glad I went through that because now I'm much smarter. I can help people so they can avoid going through the same situation. So it's very important to, when things come at you, you reflect it. You got to be a reflection. You feel me? Be a reflection of whatever's coming at you. Be able to bounce it off. Like if, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Let's say you get into let's say somebody hit your car. Naturally, you're gonna be mad, right? Or you could be like, you know what, bro, this shit could have been way worse, gang. Like, it could have been way worse. I could have got killed. The car could have got totaled, but he just hit the front bumper. You feel me? So that's transmitting energy. Technically, right, you should be upset. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Pay attention. Now you getting this big argument and da-da-da-da. When whole time you could have been like, you know what, bro? Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. What happened? He explains what happened. All right, bro, well, I'm glad you're safe. I'm going to call the police and the insurance company. I'm just glad we good. And now the whole scenario is different. Like, you literally you choose a reality every single time. Every day you choose a reality. And that's why we're master creators of our reality. You heard of manifestation, law of attraction. You literally create your reality off of the decisions you make on a daily basis. So transmitting energy is bouncing anything that comes at you off of you and making it whatever reality you want to create. You're not a fragment of your environment. You're creating your environment based off of what's going on.
And I love that because like that example, because really it's times to where I have to explain to because sometimes my wife would look at like my son who's autistic, not nonverbal autistic. She'll look sometimes and just be mad, frustrated with him and just say, what, like, God, why? Like, and like, why me? And I sometimes have to tell her, like, look, man, we can have it way worse. Like, My son could be in a wheelchair, and we have to literally take care of him fully. He could like not even know who we are. He can be blind and never seen us. He can like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things. He could be born without. They're like, but he all it is, he doesn't talk, but he's fully healthy. He does everything right. He plays. He does this. So I still look. It's a lot more we can be mad about, and it's a lot worse that can be happening. But look, let's just take what we got now, positive vibe about it, and like you said, transmits the energy to it. Right. That is a good. I like that. I'm gonna start looking more into that. I don't know. I didn't know if you know this, but mental health is 14.3% cause of death in the world. So 8 million deaths per year because of mental health, and that includes overdosing. So like with overdosing, because you're trying to take away the pain. A story for me with that is I saw one kid on Facebook. I saw him on a story, and he was looking a little wonky, and I wanted to literally reach out and be like, "Hey, bro, are you okay? Do you need anything? What's going on? You don't look like yourself." But at the same time, I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. You know, everybody grown. And then literally maybe a couple of hours later, literally got a text that he overdosed and he passed away. Wow. So I was just like, dog, like I could have been, and that kind of I know there's a lot of people with way worse stories, but kind of like in that same caliber. And I tell you one thing, for those people who's been through that, do not blame yourself, because you can go into that same mentality like that because you're blaming yourself too much. Because I blame myself for a little bit, like, damn, if I would have said something, he'll be alive today. If I would have just said something, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people go through that shit to this day. But yeah, overdosing or taking drugs to cope with it, drinking alcohol to cope with it is something like you really shouldn't do, because you're already in your head about a lot. And I'll be honest, there's times where I get drunk and I'm thinking I can do whatever I want to when I'm feeling good, but like it can go left.
You know why I feel like that is a major problem? I feel like we're so used to clinging on to other things or things that help us since we were kids. Like, we've been raised to ask for help, raise your hand, talk to your mama, like go to all these external things to get validation, get help, get clarity. So that's called past trauma or healing from your inner child, where when things go wrong in your life, now you're so used to clinging on to other things, whether it's mom, dad, or whether it's going outside and going to parties in high school, and you drink and smoke as a teenager to cope with your problems. You never learned how to go within. And I think the problem is we're all ignorant, not all of us, but I feel like as a society we're ignorant to how to go within, how to meditate, how to deal with your emotions. And there's a lot of reasons on why that is, but that's why we have platforms like this. And I'm glad that social media is becoming more of a place to where you get information and clarity, and not it's a mixture of both right now, but you can go to social media these days and get clarity and get information, because I ain't gonna lie, bro, like imagine the 90s before its technology was out, and you really didn't even know how to really deal. Like, if you might not know what meditation is unless somebody in your circle knew what meditation was. Cause
hold on, you're about young enough. I don't think you remember that you had to go through basically a phone line to cut on the internet. Like, you have to tell people like, yo, I'm about to cut on the internet, get off shit. Like, we have to go through. It's like
that's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's insane, bro. That's a lot of time wasted. I'm not even in the mood no more.
It take you like 15 minutes just to press start on Google or whatever we going on.
Yeah, I fell asleep, nigga. But nah, bro, it's true though, bro. I feel like it's not a lot of information. When I say ignorant, I don't mean you're stupid. I just mean that we just don't know. You can't use what you don't know. You feel me? I'm pretty sure if more people knew what meditation was, or knew how to meditate, or knew how to go within, the world would be a much more peaceful place. And that's just what it is. I feel like that should be a curriculum. You know what I'm saying? And in my videos, if you go to my website, it's in my link in my bio on my Instagram, I have a meditation guide where I break this down. Like, I took the time I have a lot of guys where I just break things down, y'all, because it's like it's not out there like that. Mm-hmm. So, like I said though, bro, I feel like the problem is just we go external. We don't go internal. We go external. I want to go out to the club. I'm going through something. I want to drink. I want to smoke. I want to have sex. I want to just drown my thoughts and I don't even want to think, nigga. Yeah. Give me the hardest drug you got. I don't want to think about shit. Yep. But you got to think to heal yourself.
Yeah, you got to be the best version of yourself too, because especially with mental health going to it, like that's why I kind of fight myself a lot of times on like I have to be mentally strong because I have to first be right within myself. I can't be fucked up myself and trying to raise 2 kids. Oh, yeah, sure. And then trying to, you know, support a household. It's like I have to be within myself happy. And like at least like I'm not saying like, you know, like roses and all the rainbows. It's never like that every day. Like it's gonna be sometimes I go through bumps in the road, but those bumps in the roads are literally just small bumps in the roads. They're not turning into I have to climb this hill verse, you know, thing. So it's very hard, and I understand that. But like you said, bro, you just gotta try to like transcend that energy and like try to make a better outcome. And like it's hard, but at the same time, if you actually meditate to yourself and actually go within yourself, tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna do okay. I'm gonna do good for me, nobody else, for me, and then it'll start translating to everybody else.
It's hard. It's all it is developing a relationship with yourself, and you're human too. Like to develop a relationship and trust anybody, you gotta be around them. You gotta constantly talk to them. You gotta understand them. You gotta really have unconditional love for somebody else in order for you to really trust that person or to listen to that person. That's where self-love comes in. It's the same thing. The way we respect other people, or the way we operate with other people, we gotta operate with ourselves. The more time you spend to yourself and learning who you are and learning like even small things, like you may not be able to sit there in silence and meditate, but the more you try different things, you may learn, you know, I can listen to frequencies and meditate perfectly. Mm-hmm. Or you may not like this pose you see on Instagram, but you might just keep doing it and just try different things and realize I meditate amazingly laying down. Everybody's different, but you got to really learn yourself and develop that self-love and give yourself that time, because if that's prime example. If you always, when you go through something, instead of doing that inner work and discovering yourself, that's a journey. That's definitely a journey. Once you do that work, or instead of doing that work, most people just go out and drink or go to clubs or do whatever, get hangovers and shit like that, and poison their body because they don't know how to, or maybe they know how to, or they know what it is, but they don't want to do that work to figure out, okay, how do I meditate? Okay, let me actually face my problems. Let me face these demons and heal them, because it ain't going nowhere. All I do, bro, when you drink and you do all those things, that's just a Band-Aid, bro. Once you sober up, that Band-Aid come off and you still got the same problems. So to really like completely eliminate the problems in your life, you got to face them head on and be strong enough to do that. You know what I'm saying? It may be tears involved. It may be anger involved. It may be you have to isolate it for a little bit and really like lock in with yourself. But I promise you, at the end of it, you're going to be a whole other person and you're going to not regret it. All the pain you got to go through in that whole process of healing is going to be worth it, because you're going to have more clarity. You can live in that state. Like the state of mind could be peace and clarity. You don't have to escape to get that. You can just live that. So I feel like doing that inner work and figuring and discovering yourself is worth it and important.
I've seen one thing on Instagram the other day of how, and you know, you growing up too, everybody grew up kind of like, hey, stop crying, no need for crying and all this. Well, I saw one study do was like water is a therapeutic thing. Like if you get into water, you'll feel relief, this and that. So crying, when you're crying and the water hits your face or the tears hit your face, that's actually therapeutic. And like as you're releasing energy, is releasing all your demons and all your stress through water, and then once it touches your face, and it's like a new world again. Like you feel, that's why you feel so much better after you cry a lot of times.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like you really do feel way better. Like when you actually think about it, every time you cry, it shit feel good. Like you just chilling. You're like, all right, I let it all out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a real healing thing, bro. Our bodies are so powerful, bro. We are literally like,
the body can heal
itself, bro.
Yeah.
But we don't like take the necessary steps to do that. Even down to how you eat or what you consume on a daily basis, mentally or with music or with all that shit, bro. All that plays a role in how our body operates. That's why, like, I personally make decisions that I know will benefit me in the long run. You feel me? Because you don't want to live. See, I heard a quote. It was like we tend to make decisions for our present selves. We don't ever think about our future selves. So I realize we do things now because of how we feel right now. We don't think about the consequences when we're 30, 40, or even months later. You feel me? Like shit can get real like deep. Like it's small things. Like I used to vape a lot. I love vaping. Like that's just one of the things that I just did. But I just knew how it made my body feel, and I knew it wasn't natural, and I knew that this shit is full of chemicals, and I just started doing research, and bro literally took me, I ain't gonna lie, to the point where even to this day I see a vape, low key want to hit that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it took me having to throw this shit. It has to leave. It can't be in my presence, or I'm gonna just subconsciously pick it up and smoke it. But if I don't have a vape in my possession, I don't think about it. You feel me? So it's things like that though I cut out, because I just realized that this ain't for my higher good. Who knows? 5, 10, 20 years can go by before I start seeing the effects from what I'm doing now. So I want to live a long life, bro, a long, abundant life. So doing the right decision, like just doing the right things, cleaning up the diet, just being really conscious of what you're doing and what you're consuming on a daily basis is very important. And that's going to expand your lifespan. You feel me? And that's why I'm really conscious about that.
Stay conscious.
Stay conscious, man.
What would you say probably is different ways to cope with mental health? Or like, what do you think is, I mean, besides therapy, because we know it's always go to therapy. And there's nothing wrong with going to therapy. I'm going to let everybody know that right now. Therapy is very good. Okay, I was one of the ones that was writing off therapy. I don't need therapy. But when I actually went, like, it not only helped me, but it helped basically my family, because I was changing as a man because of going to therapy. Like, I started thinking about different ways. My therapist told me to watch different videos, think about this perspective. Like, it was real good. So I say for sure, therapy, we already know that. But besides therapy, what would you say is a good way to cope with mental health, or try to get over it? Not fully cure it, but just to maintain with it until you can fully cure it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is what I do. I always like to go on walks in nature, bro. I know that might sound cliche, but when I go on walks, like, bro, the toughest times in my life, like the toughest times when I first quit my job, when I'm going through like turmoil or just anything, bro, I just looking back, I always go to nature. Every single time, whether I'm walking through nature, whether I park and just look over the water, whether I'm in the water, whether I'm just grounding myself, I always realized like my soul would pull me to nature, even before I even understood why. Before I even understood the importance of nature and how we're all connected to it and how nature heals you literally. Before I even knew those things, I still just did it just because it was soothing to me for some reason. Now, obviously, as I started learning more about it, I became more like, damn, I'm benefiting? That's crazy. Like, I started realizing this is actually beneficial. No wonder. Bro got to the point I even wrote a whole ebook, like a 30 page book called The 10 Life-Changing Benefits Unlocked in Nature.
Hold on, say their name again.
WokeDev.
No, I'm talking about the book name.
Oh. The 10 Life-Changing Benefits Unlocked in Nature.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah, bro. So, but definitely I would say escape from everybody, because everybody has opinions. In this time frame, I feel like it's important to really prioritize yourself, and I feel like we're naturally influenced by other outside opinions. So outside opinion might intertwine with your own opinion, and you don't even realize it, but you really doing shit for somebody else, and that's not even what you wanted to do. And you don't realize it till you separate yourself. You're like, hold on, I ain't want to do this shit. Why am I even doing this? Yeah. And you go back, why am I doing this? You realize it was because that person told me to do it. Yep. And you thought that it was your idea or it was what you wanted, but you were just following whatever somebody else's narrative was or belief was. Like, a lot of people realize the reason why I'm not happy is because I'm not living in my dream. I'm not living in my purpose. And when they spend time alone, like I did, and you spend time alone, you start to really go through what you want to do with your life or what you're doing wrong or why you're not happy. That's when you find out, like, oh, it's because I'm not doing what I want to do. I hate my job. I hate my life. I hate what I'm doing every single day. Duh, of course I'm drained. Then you start thinking, okay, what do I want to do? Then you start thinking about things you actually like. Like, this is tapping back in with your inner child. Because since we're kids, bro, we get programmed to go down a certain route, whether it's through college, military, or you get taught about the medical field or whatever. And I'm not saying these things are bad things. We do need doctors, and people do love doing these things. But for the ones that are literally just doing something for the money, bro, money is not happiness, bro. Money can buy freedom, which can lead to happiness, but money itself is just a piece of paper that we put value on. If you rip a $100 bill, it is no longer valuable. So we put our emotions attached to money and wonder why we're not happy in life. If that was the case, nigga, there would be nobody hating their job because you're getting money, right? So it shouldn't even matter if you hate your job or not. If you're getting money, why aren't you happy? You could be literally getting paid more than, you could be a manager at your job, getting the most pay out of everybody in that bitch, but you still miserable. If money was the root of happiness, then the fact that you're getting paid more than everybody would make you happy and you'd be cool. But for some reason, you're not happy right now. Why is that? It's because you're not living in your purpose. And when you spend time alone, you realize, damn, this is my purpose. Why am I not doing this? You go play back shit. Your dad told you that the only way to be successful is getting a job. Your mom told you to go this and do that. And you start to realize, nigga, I've been told my narrative is based off of somebody else's opinion and you didn't have an input.
Yeah. That's why I kind of like don't. I'm gonna say I don't like school, but I hate the thought process that school was put on purpose to do, which is basically get young kids ready to go to that 9-to-5 job. Exactly. Because like I think you said it earlier, it's like, dude, we're taught early, like, okay, you get to school this time, you got breakfast at this time, all right, you go to your first class, bell rings, you go to another class, then lunch, bell rings.
Like we're bugs in the motherfucking maze, bro.
And then you get told, like, okay, it's after school, go do some extracurricular. It's something that you really want to do, but it's limited because you got to focus on the thing. We got to focus on what we want you to do. Yeah. Be some lab rats.
Yeah, it's also passed down from your family, too, because think about it, bro. Your mom, your dad, your uncles, they all went through this. We all went through the same system, bro. Mm-hmm. So they just more advanced. They actually went through the school. They actually went to college. They actually went to the military. Now they're retired and shit like that. So now they're like, oh, this system works. And when you're the kid in the system that's like, well, I don't want to do that, they look at you like, what the fuck you mean you don't want to do this? This is the system. Motherfucker, you better finish this motherfucker. The hell?
What do you mean you disrespected? Oh.
You feel me? Exactly. So it's like, that's why parents don't support the shit in the beginning, because it doesn't make sense. They didn't go they didn't go down that system. They went down a whole nother route. And you trying to say, nah, fuck that route. I'm going down my own route. And that shit don't make sense. It doesn't register. That's why telling certain people your plans or your ideas is not a good idea, unless you know somebody that's on the same type timing as you. But if you just associated with niggas as a part of the system happily, bro, don't even mention what you want to do, because all they're gonna do is shut it down, because it doesn't register in their brains, bro. It's not even a possibility they even imagined or thought about. So the fact that now you're talking about this crazy ass dream you have about being an artist, or wanting to do a podcast, or wanting to be an influencer, that shit don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole nother generation too, bro. I don't know how old, no matter how old you is, bro. Like, bro, we have so much power these days. Like, we have AI now to simplify everything, bro. We have, nigga, this. You could post shit to the world. And all you got to do is record and post and learn how to do it. Obviously, it might take some time to learn how to edit, learn how to actually go viral and shit. But once you get it, my nigga, you got it.
You got it. And that's the main thing is being consistent, but not only that, man, like be ready to learn, especially if there's something you really want to do. Be happy and ready to learn. And like early on when I was younger, I used to do a lot of 2K videos and all that. And like I remember yesterday. I remember my first video I put out, trash. Now looking at it, trash. But when I was doing it, I was like, yo, this is lit. Like, and then as I kept progressing, getting better with it, I'm like, yo, no, this is better than that first one I did. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, you gotta love what you especially if you jump into something that's out of the ordinary, that's not school related or that's not lab rat related. If you're not doing the system, then if you try to get outside the system, of course it's going to be hard at first, because you know what you want to do and you've seen it be done. It's just you haven't started it yet. So once you start it, of course it's going to be hard.
That's why comparison is a thief of joy. Why do you think people say that?
Oh, wow. I never heard that one.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
Wow.
If you are on Instagram, you see somebody living this extravagant life while you living a life that you hate, that's gonna steal all the joy. You could be having a great ass day, but you went on Instagram, you see a nigga with a Rolex, with a nice ass car, with a beautiful girl, with a nice house, and he younger than you too.
Hating.
It's like, you just like, some niggas be hating for real. You feel me? But it's just because your soul know, nigga, this is what you deserve, but you settled. He didn't. And you feel me? And you have to be willing to put in that work, bruh. Like, we all want to be successful. We all want to be rich. We all want this and that and third. But it's like the ones that actually make it to that level are the ones that stay resilient, are the ones that push through the hurdles, are the ones that are patient, are the ones that aren't aren't focused on the wrong shit, like clubs, partying, drugs. Like niggas is sacrificing all these things. Like, you know what I mean? Parties, bro. I done lost relationships. I done lost experiences with homies. I done lost friends behind this shit. I done lost so much just for this. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that because it's too risky. It's like, but what if I sacrifice these things and nothing ever happens? That means you don't believe in yourself, twin. You got to believe in yourself, gang. And you going to realize that it's way more to life than just partying. So it goes from the FOMO, which is fear of missing out, to now you like, nigga, I'm glad I'm not doing that shit.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't missing nothing.
I remember one time you told me, which, like, I still go out from time to time, but one thing you told me one time, you was like, man, I want to go to it when we was working together. So you was like, man, I'm really kind of done with like going out. You know what? If I go out, it's because I'm celebrating something. Yeah, like I got 100,000 followers on Instagram. I got a sponsorship. That's what only time I want to go out. I don't want to just be going out on the weekend spending extra money just because I want to have fun.
Yeah, that's crazy. I said the hell yeah. That makes sense though. Hell yeah. Like, bro, what are you celebrating? Like, why are we doing? What are we doing here, bro? Like, we out here, bro. We work probably 40 plus hours a week, and then you gonna take the money you made and slave for 2 weeks, go out on the weekend and
spend it in 2 hours,
blow that bitch on strippers, on motherfucking drugs, on alcohol, just for what? For a couple Instagram pictures and an Instagram story, nigga. Like. What was all that work for? Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, you paid your bills, cool. But then the rest of the money, you ain't invest that bitch into your business. You ain't invested into stocks. You ain't invested nowhere. You just went and blew that bitch. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, even past that, it's just kind of like I said, what are we celebrating? Why are we doing? Like, I'm the type of nigga, if we go to the club, bro, if it ain't like, nigga, you just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, or nigga, let's celebrate success, bro. We all winning. We all making $10,000 a month. Or, nigga, let's celebrate the fact my nigga got married. Or let's celebrate elevation. We all elevating. Or something, nigga. We just out here just because it's the weekend. What the fuck? It's the week, nigga. It's the weekend every week. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are we celebrating this? Like, you feel me? It doesn't make any sense. So that was my mind. Still is, bro. I still ain't been to the club since I told bro that. I still ain't been to the club. I'm definitely I'm not. And also too, y'all, a lot of people look at niggas like me and that have that business mindset as like boring people. No. It's just our version of turning up is not going to the club in your local city. It's I'm going on a plane. I'm flying to a whole nother country. And going to that club celebrating success with my other rich friends. And it's not even about rich friends. It's just about, nigga, it's more to life. It's way more to life. It's a whole planet. And niggas only see their city, and that's it. Bro, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it takes sacrifice now to get to that lifestyle, bro. Like, it's saying fuck the club, fuck the girls, fuck the weed, fuck the drink, fuck all that shit. I'ma lock in. And in about 4 or 5 years, nigga, I'll be able to celebrate in a whole other country. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Or I'll be able to afford to buy myself my dream car for a celebration. Or I get to, you know what I'm saying, take me and my girl out to the Maldives. She don't even know what the fuck that shit is. I don't even know what the fuck that shit is. But I can afford to go. You feel me? Like, tight shit. Like, let's experience the shit. No. And it just takes that sacrifice, bro. That's why I'm so animated about that shit. 'Cause I'm like, my nigga, like, in the time you spending in the club too, then you know your weekend done. If you go on a Friday night, you woke up on Saturday with a hangover, so you sleeping the entire day. Sunday is Sunday, and you got work the next day. So now you got to go to sleep at a certain time. And you probably chilling Sunday, just chilling out, watching Netflix, playing the game, whatever. But it's like, when in that schedule is there time for you? Mm-hmm. You're either drunk the whole weekend, or let's talk about the whole week. Either you're working, you're drunk, you high, you fucking somebody, or you're asleep, or you're eating something,
or all of the above,
bro. You have zero time to yourself. You have zero time to really face your demons, heal your trauma, be sober enough to realize this is a fucked up situation, bro. A lot of niggas don't even smoke because they had past trauma. A lot of niggas smoke because they don't like their life, or not smoke. My bad. Go turn up, drink, all that, clubs. A lot of people do that to escape their reality because it's the only type of stimulation they have, because everything else is boring as fuck. So they get overly stimulated on weekends because that's like the only boost of like
Me time.
dopamine you got.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Dude, that shit's crazy.
And when you don't get high, when you don't get drunk, when you don't go to clubs every weekend, you really sit there sober as fuck and realize how fucked up your life is.
Bro.
And that should be enough spark to start something and start a business. You know what, bro? Fuck this shit. Nigga, what the fuck am I? Nigga, this job sucks. This life sucks. This house sucks. This neighborhood sucks. Nigga, all this shit sucks. And now you so sober to the point where now you like, nigga, fuck this shit. I'm gonna do something different. Like, what do I gotta do? Do I gotta invest in mentorship? Do I gotta start this business? Do I gotta start this goddamn YouTube channel? Do I gotta goddamn do trading? Like, what do I gotta do? And then now you start to do things. You start to really do research on these things. Invest into, start taking your money from work. And now instead of throwing that money in the club, you throwing that money into your business. You investing into mentorship. You're investing into a better equipment, new camera, lights. You're investing into like shit like trading in stocks. You're investing into all these things that will take you out that system. But since most people are so drunk or so distracted all the time, you don't have the time to really sit there and settle in with your life and be so upset about it that you're willing to change and do different things.
And dog, what's funny about that one though is that and for the people out there, look, man, this is where it's gonna be a problem with especially with the drinking and turning up. You don't have to completely stop today and be like, okay, I'm gonna go cold turkey sober. I'm gonna do all this. Instead of drinking every day or drinking heavy on the weekend, maybe just have a glass of wine on the weekend. Maybe a shot and go to bed. Yeah. Don't get turned, because that's a lot of people's problem though. They hear that, oh, I need to stop drinking, I need to stop smoking. Like that's what calms me. That's what I need to do. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we're not telling you to like change your way, be Christ living. We're just saying, look, if you want what you really want, you're gonna have to slow, like not just completely stop, but completely slow down on that. Yeah. And like I had to learn that shit too. Like I stopped drinking a lot. Like I used to drink all the time, especially coming off the work. You was drinking, doing all this, but especially started doing this is like this part like kind of takes up my time. Yeah, and it replaces like I love waking up. I have to wake up a little bit earlier, and I have to edit I have to do make some shorts, make some reels, talk about this, make some statuses. Something happened and this is a sports podcast too, so if something happened in the sports world, I gotta be ready to tweet it. I gotta be ready to talk about it. And you know what I'm saying? But that's healthy for me. And like if other people, like if you like to play tennis, like use playing tennis as a substitute for always drinking and always smoking and like trying to go and like you're not gonna go and play Serena Williams or Venus Williams and win that match. I'm not saying that, but train yourself to do something. Maybe you can go on TikTok with tennis. Maybe you can teach some people like on YouTube how to play tennis.
It's all balance, bro. Like you said, bro. Like I still smoke weed, but I don't do it in a way where it's blind. It's distracting me from my life. Yeah. I smoke weed, but nigga, I always put business first. I'm gonna get my business done. I'm gonna get my work done. I'm gonna make sure that all my ducks align, and I'm gonna smoke the blunt. It's not like I'm just like a pothead and I'm just like not doing shit. I'm just in the couch smoking all day, every day. Like just don't give a fuck about anything but weed. No, it's a healthy balance between everything, bro. Like with drinking too, like bro said, don't go out and get blacked out drunk to wake up with a hangover. Nigga, sips on some wine, get a little lit. Stop going to parties, go to kickbacks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just changing your circumstances so you can get new outcomes. You can't get something new if you're doing the same shit. To get new things, you have to do new things. Yeah. You feel me? So it's just changing what you're doing on a daily basis to align more with your higher self. And a lot of people be like, well, how do I know my higher self, or where do I even start with that? It's like, bro, that's why I said develop a relationship with yourself. The more time you spend alone, the more time you really spend in meditation or just spend isolated, you really learn a lot about yourself. Bro, when I quit my job, bro, oh my goodness, bro. Bro, I learned so much about myself that I didn't even know existed just because I had nothing else to do but to sit in my room and work. And when I wasn't working, I was meditating or I was just in nature. Like I said, y'all go on nature walks and shit like that. And I had a lot of reflection time. All them 12 hours plus hours I spent at work, them 12 hours and stuff like that got right back to myself. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like instead of working for Tesla, I was working on myself. Yeah. Literally, bro. And so I learned a lot about myself, bro. I developed a relationship. I became way more like I know myself to a whole nother level, and it's kind of like, how much can you know yourself? Be yourself. I get that, but bro, it's like you are a character. We are all avatars, right? I'm Devin. That's my avatar. This is Zay. That's his avatar. And we all have something called an ego, and the ego is your identity. So you give yourself an ego based off of what you've been through, what you like to wear, maybe like things you've seen, and now you adopt these different things. Maybe other people's opinions and change the way you act or whatever, or maybe you're influenced by people. That's all your ego, and it all kind of shapes this image of who you think you are. But when you spend time alone and you really start dissecting yourself, that strips away that ego. And now it's just you.
Yeah.
Like, fuck the clothes. Fuck how people perceive you. If you're the cool dude, you're the dude that gets all the girls, whatever. Nigga, none of that shit matter when it's just you. Because now nobody's observing you. Nobody's judging you. Now it's just you. And you know who you are. You know if you fake. You know if you real. You know if you got skeletons in your closet. You know more about yourself than anybody. So when you spend time with yourself, you start to really unlock and unravel who you truly are. And in that process, you will find your higher self.
Nah, preaching. Keep on preaching, Woke Dad. Dude, I appreciate that, man. Like, we all need that guidance, man, because it's very hard to stay on a straight path, especially going through demons and skeletons in your closet. Like, sometimes, and you know what? I'm glad you said that too, because sometimes people want to put it on that front to make you look like, oh yeah, I'm good. Look at this. I got such and such. But really, in reality, you just real little, like beneath everybody. But you want to make yourself look like that big giant monster and all. Any more stories we got that you would like to explain about mental health or anything?
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like a lot of us technically have mental health issues in different ways. But I feel like a lot of us know how to cope with it or how to use it for an advantage better than other people. And what I mean by that is like this, bro. I wouldn't even call it a mental health issue because it's really not. It's all perception. You can call it an issue. Like somebody that has ADHD. You can say, oh, he has an issue. It's ADHD. Whole time, that nigga's just a hard worker. Maybe he's supposed to be doing something in his life that requires him moving, and that's his power. But you try and condense all that energy into this damn job. Of course, this nigga keep moving because he's not meant to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we all either identify with these quote unquote issues and learn how to capitalize off it. Shit, I got ADHD. I'm finna go work for this job. I'm finna go do this shit so I can move, nigga. Or fucking, I'm finna become a track star, be an NBA player. I want to fucking dunk on niggas. I need to move. You feel me? Like, people take these quote unquote issues, or I call them gifts. I ain't gonna lie. And
yo, my son for sure being autistic, that is a fucking superpower. Bro, like this dude has a fucking superpower. What happens
when you blind? Your hearing increase.
Yeah.
If you deaf, your sight, like your smell, like if something's cut off, which is considered a disability, that just increases something else. You feel me? That's just how that works, bro. That's why, like, it's crazy how that even works. Like, even people that are like, that some people that, what's that called, bro? Like Down syndrome or some special ed kids be having are super strong, super nice too, because it's like it eliminates their ego. You feel me? We all have an ego where we're too cool to talk to somebody. We too cool to say what's up. We too cool to say your shoes look nice. We too cool to walk up to somebody just to say what's up. But they don't think like that. So it eliminates the ego, and it's almost like who they truly are is intensified. Yeah. Their higher self is intensified because they don't have the ego like we do. So that's why I call it an ability, bro. It's a gift because it's kind of like you may have something that you may deem as a flaw, but if you really look into it and go deep into it, you'll realize, nigga, this ain't no flaw. Nigga, look, nigga, I can fly. You feel me? So
I swear my son gonna start flying one of these days. Be a mind reader. That dude, for him not to be able to talk, it's funny how he can control technology, probably with his mind. And I'll literally stare at him with a phone he's never seen before. Look at him get on that phone, and he'll go to whatever he wants to. I'm just like, how did you know where to go, how to spell that? I never even seen you try to spell something in your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's bro, I call them gifts, superpowers too.
Yeah, my sister, bro, she has a learning disability, and I be observing her and how she operates. She don't think like how we all think, but her mind is so creatively different, where it's like if you really listen and pay attention, it'll put you on game with shit that you couldn't even think about. Or even observing, like they see something completely different that we don't see. Our version or perspective of life is not the same compared to theirs. Like they could be they can turn, like, bro, running around and doing whatever they can turn the small thing like a hallway into the time of their life. Yeah. Having a good ass time off of a hallway while we just like sitting here just walking through that bitch. So really, is that exactly? So really, who's winning? Yeah. If you think about it, who really winning? Cause you can walk down the hallway, you bored as hell walking down the hallway. This nigga happy as fuck. Everything is, but that's what everything though. Yeah. Walking down the stairs is exciting. Yeah. Sitting on the couch is exciting. Going to Walmart's exciting. Every little thing is intensified of joy, which is why they're so happy all the damn time. You feel me? So that's why I'm saying everything is about perception. Are they really disabled, or are we more disabled than they are?
Shit, if you ask me, I think we more disabled than him. Dog, this mental health thing has been real good. I'm gonna do it. Of course, I'm later on in later episodes. I'm gonna do more episodes about mental health and all that. So stay tuned to all that. For this one though, I say, for you guys listening and you struggling through mental health, if music helps me a lot with mental health.
Yes. Tap in to frequencies, bro. If you don't know what that is, go on YouTube, type in frequency, or just type in HZ. I recommend 432 hertz. Different frequencies triggers different things and gives you different benefits. And this is not no conspiracy theory. This is not no fairy tale. No, nigga, this is literally a real thing that's been studied and been scientifically proven. Nikola Tesla used to fuck with frequencies and used to heal people with If you ever heard of like sound healing or things like that, because we are all just particles moving really, really fast. That's just all we is, bro. We really are all frequency. We all have energy. So all you're doing is just reflecting frequency at your body, and it changes your vibration. So that's why when you listen to certain music, you get turned off of a nigga. You think a nigga talking, I can say the same thing young boy just said to you right now, you're not going to be turned. But because the music is there giving you those 808 frequencies, nigga, you jumping with the music, with the beat, with all that shit. And or sad music. Why do you think you listen to sad music, you feel even worse? Because the frequency of the music is making you feel worse. You feel me? You feel me? Or the song I'm Happy. I forgot who did that song.
Pharrell Williams.
You listen, I'm happy. Now you feel all good and shit. Like, this is not just words, bro. These are frequencies literally hitting your body and changing your whole vibrational makeup. So if you really want to like tap in, bro, even frequencies like 111 hertz, look that shit up, go to sleep to that. You're going to have an amazing dream. Mark my words.
111 hertz.
Come back to this video, comment Dan Dev, he wasn't capping. Bro, type in 111 hertz, go to sleep. You're going to have either you're going to sleep like a baby or you're going to have an amazing dream, or both.
I'm definitely checking that out tonight. You heard that 111 hertz. I'm checking that out.
So look up frequencies, bro, and yeah, it's all there, bro. I even have a frequency guide that has all the best frequencies. It's on my website, so y'all gotta get that, man. If you want to really tap
the fuck in,
bro, because I have every frequency and I have the description for each frequency, and I tell y'all exactly where to even get the frequencies, and I tell y'all how to listen to your favorite songs and the best frequencies, bro. So go ahead and get that on my website.
Speaking of songs, I say, look, I got two songs for you. One, it's called "Cry for Help" by Astley. Okay, I recommend that one. We can talk about. I want to listen to those songs later, and I want to see how you do the frequencies with them. We'll talk about that. But "Cry for Help" by Astley. If you're one of those guys or one of those people, you like hip hop only, you don't listen to hip hop. All right, listen to "What's Wrong" by Isaiah Reshad. Okay, that guy's Kendrick Lamar in it as well. So you guys will love it. Those are two songs that I can say right now for this episode is going to help with mental health a little bit. So let's continue. I say this before we play a game. I'm gonna ask you some more questions. The past year, bro, I've seen you travel. I've seen you go to different podcasts, different shows, different showings, being sponsors for other people, other products out there. Let's talk about that a little bit. Like how is it traveling now, instead of traveling maybe for, something like small, but traveling for yourself, working for yourself, like you said earlier, like how does that feel?
I ain't gonna lie, bro, this shit crazy as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, bro, because it's just the fact that, like, I'm from a small city, bro. Like, I don't come from shit like this, bro. I don't come from, like, travel. I mean, my pops was in the military. I was young, traveling a little bit when my dad was in the military and shit like that. But he retired when I was like 9, 10. So from majority of my life, I was grounded in a small city and shit like that. So the fact that, bro, like, I'm one of the dudes that I'm grateful for everything. The fact I'm on this fucking plane looking out the window and it's taking off right now is crazy. Everybody else chilling. I'm like, nigga, no, I need the window seat. I need to see every second of this shit. And then landing in different places and being respected and being invited, it's definitely like.
What's some of the places that you've been?
Shit, Miami, Atlanta. We had a tour like 5 months ago, something like that. We went to Houston, Dallas, Miami, Atlanta, LA. I'm finna start going out the country this year. Yeah. But yeah, bro, like, anywhere else have I been? I think Miami. Yeah, just really Miami, or like Florida, Texas. Yeah, Florida, Texas, and Atlanta so far. And I will say this, bro. This is why I do what I do, because it's like, I feel like where I'm from, bro, this shit not regular. Like, if you talking about you want to be an influencer, start a business, this shit there's no guidance for real. Like, it's on YouTube, but like, ain't no big homie you can call like, hey, my nigga, I know you lit right now. What did you do? How'd you do it? Give me some advice. That's not a thing, especially where I'm from. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I want to be that big homie to where I get so, like, I can just reach down and pull people up type shit, because I've done it. And if you know me, it's like, you can just call me like, hey, Dev, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I realize you got to be the example. Because in my city, I'm the only one doing what I'm doing, at least to this extent. So a lot of people from my city don't even know this shit is possible. Like, you can actually come from Killeen, Texas, and become an actual influencer and actually blow up and make money and travel. Yeah. Yes, you can. Like, imagine what a nigga going to Ellison. Like, my old high school was called Ellison High School. Imagine a nigga going to Ellison High School and he finds out Woke Dev or Devo went to Ellison. Now he like, what? Mm-hmm. For real, nigga. If you went to this school, walk these same hallways, nigga, I can get lit too. And that's my whole mission for real, is to show people like, nigga, this shit possible. And also too, bro, it's like, just traveling and doing these things is amazing, bro. But it's like, it makes me upset that not everybody's experiencing shit like that. Yeah. Like, really, bro. Like, even if
it hurts me too, because I look at it, because a lot of people, especially from my small city Jackson, Tennessee, to where I don't see a lot of people, like you said, I don't see a lot of people doing what a lot of people trying to do, like I'm trying to do, or you see a professional athlete. I barely see that. So like, I want to be that example.
Exactly, bro. Somebody has to do it. Like, my dad used to tell me before I blew up, he's like, what's the chances you coming from this city and going to Ellison? What's the chances you blowing up? And I said, somebody got to do it. If it ain't going to be me, somebody's bound to come out the woodworks and do the same shit I'm doing. If it, like, it has, and everybody has the same story. Some niggas come from worse conditions, come straight from the projects, straight from the hood. Like, Young Boy or Lil Durk or Lil Baby or whoever, these niggas come straight from the dirt and somehow, some way, found a way out, and now they're lit and making millions of dollars. It's a mindset thing, bro. It don't matter about where you from, how old you are, your environment, nigga. If you want this shit, you gonna get this shit, and God gonna meet you halfway every single time. And I'm not even just saying that on no like, oh, praise God. No, nigga, I'm speaking from experience. Like, I couldn't have gotten this far without God, and that's just the truth, bro. It's some things that, yes, I dictated, yes, I made good decisions, and I locked in, I did what I had to do, but it's certain things that, like, without that alley-oop from God, I wouldn't be here. Or somebody hitting me up like, hey, Dev, come on this podcast. And I go on the podcast and I meet other influencers and I network. Or if it's a crazy opportunity for me to do something that I got invited to that I didn't have to get invited to. Like, I couldn't control these things. God had to throw me the alley-oop or throw me the lob of this person discovering me, hitting me up. And I just had to dunk it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when it comes.
You tall enough, motherfucker.
Exactly. You gotta dunk that bitch, gang. Like,
so speaking of that, what other podcasts have you been on?
I just went on a Bandman Kevo podcast like 2 weeks ago. I had my boy LaRock. That was a cool podcast. GG33 in Miami. That was a great podcast. I feel like I did. Oh yeah, Beyond 5E. That was my first one. Okay. I think. There's another one. I did do another one in LA. I did one in LA. I did like 5-6 podcasts.
Damn, which one? Which one was the? Don't count this one, but which one was the best one that you went to?
I would say Dang, bro. I would say the one at Bandman Kevo, that was hard. It was very the production was great and it was like really professional and it felt like crazy like. But the one in LA was really personal. Like I was able to tell my story like from the mud to where I'm at where I was at the time, and it was just a good experience for real.
Okay. All right, so one in LA. That's the one. That's one.
My boy, and then I did one with my boy LaRock, and that had me and my homies in there. Shout out Real Chosen, Von Intelligent, Von Ta1k. We was all in there. That was in Atlanta, and that was cool too, and that was crazy. That was an alley from God too, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because we were trying to do a podcast, and the one we actually, because we all originally went to Atlanta to do a podcast, but the person capped or she couldn't do it no more. So we were all in Atlanta for no reason now. We made the most out of it. We made videos and all that, but LaRock hit us up last minute, like, hey, I want to do a podcast. Y'all can, he had the lighting, he had everything, the camera, all that shit, dropped it. It's on YouTube. Just look up, look up Chosen Podcast. It got like 38,000 on YouTube right now. Bet. But yeah, bro, that was crazy too. Shout out LaRock.
Hey man, shout out to y'all. Hey, that's crazy and cool, man. I'm happy every time you come and talk to me about something. I'm happy because like, dude, like traveling the world the way you do, doing the things that you do, it's like very crazy and it's very inspiring, bro. Like I'm older than you, but I get inspired by you all the time. This is what you helped create this. You see what you looking at? Like, you helped create this. So keep inspiring. I mean, people gonna be from your hometown. They don't know you right now, but maybe they do know you. But if they don't, they'll find out very quickly. Same thing I tell myself. Look, nobody really know who I am right now, but they'll find out very quickly. Especially from my hometown, and I can't wait for that shit to happen.
All this shit is possible, bro. Like, if I gotta turn up to the point where it's like, damn, this nigga lit, just to make y'all believe or show y'all like this shit is possible. Y'all, this is bigger than me. This is not just about me. This is not just about my success. Not just about my money and whatever. No, nigga. Everything I'm doing is for y'all. Me too. Obviously, I get to live a life, but it's like I'm not the type of nigga. I'm not trying to get rich and successful and lit just for myself, just so I can say I'm rich and successful. I want people that know me, people that know of me, people that went to the same city as me, went to the same school, whatever, to look at me as an example of what's possible. And in order to do that, to be a leader, you have to do things that niggas just ain't did, bro. That's how you're a leader. You're leading because you're leading, you're paving your own way. You're not following nobody. You're not copying nobody. You're not going down the same route. You going down your own route, your own path, and you doing your own thing, bro. And that's how you're a leader. So I'm just looking like, bro, I want to travel the world as a young nigga from Texas, Killeen, Texas, more specifically, and make a lot of money, become very financially free, become very, very successful, and show people like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it too, gang, because I did it, and we came from the same place. What the fuck?
Exactly, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait for that. Especially for me, I just can't wait for that shit to happen. But I manifest it like you always preach. I manifest that shit, and to this day, I still go back on my manifestation, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And it's times to where like I'm recording, I'm like, I really don't want to do anything today, but I literally think about my manifest. I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck that. Let's go into the studio and let's go record.
It takes resilience. It's that perspective, bro. Like every video counts. This one right here is playing a big role. Believe it or not, I don't give a fuck. This shit get 5 views. Mm-hmm. This is a stone you're placing to build this big ass house, bro. Like, I remember when I was making videos before I had any type of notoriety, before I blew up, before I started traveling, before I started making money, all that shit. When I was just making these little ass videos, barely talking to anybody, I used to always ask myself, like, how is this video going to change my life? Like, because it was either a bad video or maybe it just wasn't, I just knew it wasn't going to get a lot of views or whatever.
Or you thought it was the best video ever, and then you look at it a week later, you're like, damn, only 5 views? Like, what the fuck is this?
And I used to always question, like, bro, how is this going to work? Like, I'm trying to play this reality in my head, like, doing the math, like, 5 views, financial freedom. That don't add up. It don't make sense. And I think this is just, I told you earlier, bro, this is all practice, bro. This is all, whoever you're meant to become in the future, whatever vision you have in your head about your higher self, your best, nigga, you at your peak. Yep. This is shaping that for that, bro. Like, you're not meant to, if you're not meant to go viral right now, you're not meant to. This is all for your practice. This is all for you getting used to doing shit like this. You getting better with your equipment. You knowing what to do, what not to do. This is the time. This is like boot camp, my nigga. Yep. It's not meant to, because why would God want you to fuck up in front of millions of people right now? You feel me? Like, that's not how this goes, bro. Like, I thought Dev TV, my first account I started was skits and vlogs and fun shit. I thought I was gonna blow up off that. Like, I used to manifest, I will blow up off Dev TV and da-da-da-da-da. Who knows? That shit might come back full circle. But that wasn't meant for that. Like, I was meant to blow up off Woke Dev, but take everything I learned from Dev TV. Because with Dev TV, I did that shit for a year, 2 years. I only gained 400 subscribers. I don't want to say only, but that wasn't a lot for a year and consistent every single day. And I used to ask myself, like, bro, when is the day going to come when I blow up finally? Like, what the fuck going on? And I realized I was not meant to blow up as Dev TV. I was meant to learn how to edit, learn how to be on camera, learn how to make videos, learn how to do the algorithm, hashtags. I learned so much shit with that journey in my life that it literally was perfect for Woke Dev. It was perfect for what I'm doing exactly right now. And if it wasn't for those experiences, I wouldn't be here right now. So that's why I'm telling you, this is already written, bro. God already knows exactly how everything goes. It may not even stop in here. You might have a whole nother podcast 6-7 months from now for whatever reason that you can't predict. But everything you learn from this podcast transpires over. Or this might be the one that blows up. But right now, you're building character. This is all character development.
For sure.
And it also shows your resilience. God is watching hard. Like, does he really want this? He doesn't feel like doing a podcast. Is he gonna do it? Like, it's all just you. It's like you being tested and watched really, really hard. When you take a test in school, the teacher doesn't interrupt. It watches you. It doesn't say, "Oh yeah, choose A, choose B." No, the teacher sits there and watches you take that test. And if you pass it, you pass. If you don't, you don't. But that's how life is. God is just sitting back and watching you and seeing how you gonna move. See if you gonna be resilient. Seeing if you gonna actually get this shit done. See if you gonna keep your own word and all that.
And he already know the answer, so he giving you he know what the right answer is. He's want to see, are you going to make the right answer?
Exactly. You might not take off for 4, bro. You might have to do this shit for 3 years straight.
Yeah.
And in that 4th year, you up. You just boom, like out of nowhere, like damn, finally, like, you know what I'm saying? But it just takes, you gotta just do what niggas ain't doing, bro. That's why it's so little successful people compared to non-successful people, because only few people are willing to put themselves through that torture. It's not even really, that's why I said fall in love with the journey, because it's not gonna be torturous. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. You know what I'm saying? So not a lot of people are willing to put themselves through that and really, you know what I'm saying, learn from this shit. So if you are willing to do that and be resilient and be disciplined and actually just do this shit, bro, you gonna surpass all your peers easily. Because niggas ain't willing to just sit there and do a podcast, buy the equipment, figure this shit out, and then still go through the trial and error, then post consistently and not get no views and still keep going. Like, that takes a different type of person, bro. It's really rare.
Very rare, because there's times where I'll be, to this day, it's like, damn, they only got 4 views, or they only got this and that. But hey, it's starting to actually accumulate up. Yeah, man. Moving on. I appreciate the words of encouragement, because we need everything you saying. We need to hear it, and we need that shit. And you doing the damn thing. Right. Let's have a little fun, man. We're gonna play a little game, okay? I call this the age game. Every guest that I done had on, I done played this game with them. So basically, what happens is, your birthday. You mind if I share it? Yeah. All right. So your birthday, May 24th, 2001, right? Okay. So that's your birthday. I take questions from that specific year or that specific day, and I ask you about it. Now I know you're not gonna know majority of the questions, but hey, it's fun. It's fun to see, like, and you probably gonna learn some shit. Like, really? Yeah. All right. Cool. So first question: on your birthday, what was the number 1 song on the top of the charts at that time?
On my birthday?
On your birthday.
On May 24th?
2001.
What was the number 1 song?
Mm-hmm. I can give you a hint at the artist.
Who?
The artist was a sister of Michael Jackson.
Oh, Janet Jackson? Dang, I don't know. Wait, what song? That song she did with Michael Jackson?
No, that was way before.
Oh, dang, bro. I don't even know. Janet Jackson. I don't know no songs, bro. I know this is terrible. I know who Janet Jackson is. Hey, shout out Janet Jackson. I just don't know your.
Shout out Miss Janet Jackson. He's a young buck. He's a young buck. Okay, the song is "All for You" by Janet Jackson.
I would never guess. I would never say that.
All right. Second question: Who was the president of the United States at the time?
Bro, the president. Obama ugly.
Yo, my little cousin said the same shit. That shit had me crying.
Bill Clinton.
No, but close.
Hillary. I'm about to say Hillary Clinton. Shit.
One more guess.
Devin Haney.
Hell no. Oh my god.
Stupid.
President was George W. Bush.
I'm about to say that.
So check it. Okay. This famous singer shares your exact birthday, but born in a different year. Can you name me the singer or the year?
What?
This famous singer, and now she actually, I give you a hint. She's doing. You'll see her food in stores. She bakes a lot.
She bakes and she.
She's a famous singer back in the day, though.
And I know who she. I'm supposed to know who she is.
I would think you. I would think so. I don't know. Maybe if you heard the name.
What does the first letter start with?
P. She shares your exact same birthday.
P.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
Female singer from like old school.
Bro, like old school.
We talking about 70s.
Bro, you know how old I am? Like, what are you talking about? You know, I'm 23. Man. I was born 2001, talking about the 70s. Perry the Platypus. I don't know, bro.
All right. How about this? Can you guess the year? So if she was big in the 70s, she got to be born earlier than 70s.
The 60s. Wait, 19. She was born 1965.
Nah, she was born in 1944. Patti LaBelle. You ever heard of her?
Bro, no.
You never heard of Patti LaBelle? Wow. We got to do something.
I'm sorry, Patty. Don't be this. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you watching this, but if you watching this, Patty, I'm sorry.
We got to get them right, Miss LaBelle. All right. You might have a better chance at this. In the year you was born, this item was actually introduced to the world for the first time.
Is it a big item?
It used to be.
Is it BlackBerry?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
A phone.
Yeah.
Phone. Yep.
Mobile phone.
Yep.
Mobile phone was introduced to us in 2001.
Yep. I remember that day.
Last question. I know you don't really keep up with sports, but you know sports. You know enough. This famous NBA player won the NBA MVP the year you was born.
Kobe.
Close, but no.
Shaq.
No.
LeBron.
No. He wasn't in the league yet.
Tight shit. Magic Johnson.
He was out of the league.
Michael Jordan.
Was he in the league? I think I think it was Wizard days, but no. God no.
Mike Tyson.
Short guy.
Ray Allen.
That's a short guy. Ray Allen, 6'6".
What? Allen Iverson.
Hey, good job. Hey, look, Allen Iverson, good job. Yo, watch it. Y'all look funny, man.
That's actually my favorite old school basketball. Actually, Kobe for sure. That's my, you know what I'm saying, Kobe mentality.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Yep, rest in peace. But I remember when I was younger, I don't know what it was, but I fucked with Allen Iverson, bro. I like his
You just like the braids in the headband.
That's kind of no Diddy, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say I liked his braids. But I like
your braids look really nice today.
Sleek but no, Nah, I just like his playing style. I like how he was unapologetically himself. He would dunk on a nigga and look him dead in his eyes and be like, "You're short," knowing he's short too. That takes a certain type of person. Yeah. Imagine being called short by a short nigga. But then again, he puts you on the floor, so it's like it's crazy, dude.
At that moment, you were shorter.
4'5" dunking on niggas 6'10", like that don't even make sense.
Allen Iverson was him. I ain't gonna lie, him. So that's really gonna conclude with our episode today. For the sports world, JJ Redick got hired as Lakers coach. He'll be the next coach for the 4 years. I'm gonna talk more about that next week. The Bulls and Thunder trade Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey. That's crazy. And then football's coming soon. I'm gonna be here ready to go for football. I'm gonna invite my boy Woke Dev over, come play, watch some football with us too. We might do another podcast at the time. You never know what's gonna happen in the future. But other than that, man, I appreciate you for coming. Appreciate you for being on the pod. Thank you again for taking time out the busy schedule and coming and chilling with us, having some fun, talking some shit, talk your shit and preaching your shit. And I appreciate that. We all do appreciate that.
No problem, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, as I was driving here, I just realized like how my mindset is, bro. Like I was just on Man Kevo podcast in Miami, but I'm coming here. But it's not about that, bro. It's not about, I'm big and I got this many followers or so I'm not even gonna pull up. Nah, nigga, it's about spreading the wealth and spreading the abundance and spreading the love, bro. That's just what it is. Even if you had 1 subscriber, if you had 10 million, like it don't even matter, bro. It's just about spreading that. So, and also this needs to be said. Maybe somebody watching this need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? If I would have just been in my own way of I don't need to do this or I'm too good for this, then I would have missed out on this entire message that was spread today. So that's why I'm doing it, bro. Also, I support you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? You doing big things, man. Consistency is key. And I want to see your ass win, bro. So keep going up, bro. For real.
Hey, I appreciate that. I want to see you win all the time too, brother. I'm keeping up with you. I'm watching those videos you do. I ain't gonna lie. You recently did one with was it fast food?
Yeah, which one?
I think it was one you talking about Chick-fil-A and McDonald's and all that. And I was tripping because I'm watching it as I just got them some McDonald's. And I'm over here smashing the fucking burger. I was like, God damn it. I was like, maybe you would have put this down right quick. Yeah, bro. But, yo, I appreciate that again, man. To the people out there, thank you for watching. Hey, mental health is real. Go get some help if you need to. Okay, don't be afraid to go get that help. Don't think you're too big. Don't think you're too big of a person, or your pride is too big that you can't go get that therapy. That you can't go talk to somebody. Okay, it don't take. Ooh, girl, it don't take but 2 minutes to go get some real help, and it might take an hour out your day, but that hour is very helpful throughout your life. Any last words?
Y'all go crazy the rest of the year. Y'all believe in yourselves. Anything is possible. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. Y'all go ahead and follow me at WokeDev on everything. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, keep being great. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Thank you guys. Next week is a very important episode next week. Episode fucking 10. Yo, I told y'all I manifested. I talked about it. 10 episodes is where I wanted to get to. That was my first goal, to see what happens, and then we go on from there. And I can't wait to see what happens next episode. We're gonna pop a bottle, maybe a beer bottle or something, but we're gonna pop a bottle, get a thing going. I'm gonna dress up. I'm gonna dress up nicer than what I am now. I'm gonna dress up for it, have my shades on, ready to go. 10, you know what I'm saying? Yo, thank you, Woke Dev, again. You gonna give me that little clout that I need. You know what I'm saying? I need that. I appreciate it. Yeah.
That's why I said 10,000. You gotta pay me 10,000. Yeah, I do my manager.
Hey, 10,000 in pesos or what?
Yeah, cryptocurrency. They talking about.
But for 24 hours, you need it all. But appreciate you again, brother. Hey man, we doing the big thing, doing big things around here. Hey man, you inspired me. I know you're gonna inspire a lot of more people. Just you talking on this, you're gonna inspire a lot of more people that's gonna be watching. I can't wait to hear it. Thank you guys so much. Signing off. I'm Zay for Life with another episode. I'll be back next week. This is Woke Dev. We out of here.